Another report this morning relates to the Scouting profile. I hand over to Thérèse Bermingham, member of the World Scout Committee and chairperson of the Scouting Profile Committee, for her input.
Proud to be a Scout. For me, that was the most potent statement in that message. I too am proud to be a Scout. Why? I am one of 7 million volunteers worldwide that are ready to serve and support the young people of our movement. Scouts with the vision to create a better world. 7 million volunteers. Do you know how many man-hours that represents, even taking John's statistic of 2 hours a week? That's 728 million man-hours every year our volunteers devote to Scouting. Imagine the income that will be generated by a company with that many man-hours. I'm proud to be one of the 31 million Scouts who wear the Scout brand. That Scout brand that means to create a better world. In Scouting's profile, this was one of the axes of our work in the last 2.5 years, the management of the Scout brand. The committee organised itself in 4 areas, and the first area relates to the management of the Scout brand. NSOs wishing to use the World Scout branding can benefit from individual support, which enable them to quickly implement the corporate identity at a very effective cost rate. This service became increasingly popular, and 49 countries in a number are the number that have taken up this offer, and the Scout brand is now partially registered in these countries. 27 national organisations have adopted Pact 2, and I think you're seeing some examples, hopefully, on the screen behind me. This is a fantastic service offered by the World Scout Bureau and includes the design, consultancy, the protection of the brand, adaptation of it to the local and national insignias, a service that's provided a really good value for money. Another exercise coming out of this was the development of a framework in consultation with National Scout organisations to develop and define and redefine the cause of Scouting. And this fed in to document number 6, which is part of your conference documents. Also under the heading of the brand protection, we've taken on several cases where third parties have misused the emblems and have had good successes in this regard. But I would refer you to conference document number 8, where we're looking for further strengthening of the brand. The second area I will cover is partnerships. Resolution 2808 in Korea rightfully stated that Scouting does not exist in isolation, but must form the part of wider society. And in this spirit, we have actually really actively searched out and engaged in partnerships outside Scouting that had added value and with the resources to promote and support Scouting, but more importantly, with partnerships that share in our core values and mission. The second, as I said, the second part of our work was involved in these partnerships. And it really went through a thorough evaluation. And we set up objective criteria. The first of these criteria was to help promote the cause of Scouting in order that we didn't lose time and energy in partnerships that were often prestigious but did not really help the movement. This exercise, we ended up with prioritization, and we saw the movement being involved in key areas. Something where we were very involved in was the summit on climate change and part of the social forum at the World Conference of Youth in Mexico, which took place in August of last year. In 2010, as you've seen from the introduction video, the World Scout Parliamentary Union was revigorated, and under the chairmanship of the Honourable Chang, the Vice Speaker of the House of Parliament in Korea, we now are looking for a really good cooperation going forward with this group. Based on this new approach to partnerships, It leads me into my third area that we covered in the last 2.5 years. And this is the area involving the mobilization of our financial resources. You've already seen the video on Haiti on that terrible morning of the 12th of January 2010, when the world woke up to the devastating news about that earthquake in Haiti. Here again, the Scouts. Thank you. I wasn't quite sure of that, so I hope you have heard the rest of what I had to say. I'm on a really important bit now. As I say, this awful, awful event, and the Scouts were very fast to react, providing immediate first aid, mounting reconnaissance missions, and it was really, really very useful that the national organisation, had some funds at their back from the International Scout Fund so that they could become operational. We raised $1.5 million through our partnerships with the UN, the Red Cross, the International Relief Agency, that the Scouts Association of Haiti, in close cooperation, as you saw yesterday, with Les Scouts Guides de France and the Dominican Scout Association, were able to mount convoys with relief work for our friends and Scouts all around, in Haiti. The last part of my work of the last 2.5 years focuses on communication. And I'm going to try and give you an overview of what we have done, both professional and volunteers, to implement the challenges set for us resulting from the conference resolution in Korea and the advances in technology that we have experienced. A few facts. Do you know how many articles we have on scout.org? Any idea? No? 2,591. The amount of publications we have? 243. Do you know the number of unique visitors we get to our website every month? How many? It's up there. You can never trust technology, can you? Okay. I was going to have great fun with those figures. Where have I got? Oh, yeah. So in the last 2 years, you can see the number of visits we've had on our website. It's phenomenal. The social media continues to be a very prominent source and means of communication, and World Scouting has increased its profile. The next bit is going to be on WUSM Facebook. How many members do we have on WUSM Facebook? Is it up behind me? No, okay. It's 87,406 as of this morning. Twitter has 2,000 followers. So it just shows you the advances that have been made in this area and that we will continue to have to strive to even meet in some way. How to Tell the Story has had 3,114 downloads as of this morning. The brand manual has had 2,917, and Scouts of the World, 2,664. So you can just see how easy information is accessible. But in order to increase and help National Scout organisations with their communication, Scouting's Profile Committee, in conjunction with the World Scout Bureau and the regional offices, organised 6 regional fora in the 6 regions. There were 8 of them altogether, and they took place in Suriname, Swaziland, the Ukraine, Argentina, the Ivory Coast, Bhutan, Kuwait, and Greece. And 72 countries attended those communication fora. Not only were the representatives and participants of the national organisations introduced to the Scout brand and the importance of its protection, they also were given tools to be spokespersons for the movement, as well as assisting them to have a strategy for their own associations. This means, as we speak, 170 people have been trained in the movement in this kind of for their in the communication fora. But we're very anxious that it would be something that would have a cascade effect. And so the tools that were designed and the training materials that were designed in such a way that they were easily transposable and could be used for you. These were all put on a very special little credit card. You can see it here. And we in Scouting Profile don't want you to go away empty-handed from this conference. So all the training materials that we've used on these fora have been put onto a little disc like this, and you can just plug it into your computer like this and use it in your own associations. So they have been put into your little pigeonholes as we speak. I hope that you will make good use of them and that you will pass them on to the communication people in your own associations. I've tried very quickly to give you a flavour of the enormous amount of work that has been done by Scouting Profile Committee in the last 2.5 years. It's been a true partnership of professional and volunteer. And I've been really, really proud to work with these Scouts as we progressed. I had really the greatest pleasure to have as part of the Scouting Profile working group or committee, Fernanda from the World Scout Committee. She brought great enthusiasm and good humour to our group. We had Maurice. He was the one that was very precise. We had George, who had all the patience in the world. And we had Nkwenkwe for all the inspiration. I thank you, four members of the World Committee, for your support during this period. We've also had a fabulous team of professionals. We've had the legal brain of Charles. We've had the design of Victor, which you can see around this hall and on this stage behind me. We've had the patience of Chantal. We've had the wizardry of Thierry when it comes to computers. We've had the dynamism of Richard, who left us in October. And how do you play somebody like Richard? Well, we got Paolo, who fitted in so well, and he's really, really had to hit the ground running. He's done a super good job with the team. Thank you all very much for being good Scouts and for doing this on behalf of World Scouting. I've been really proud to work with you guys, and I think you deserve a big round of applause from this conference.
Finish?
I'd like to finish the way we started with another little video clip. And what I'm going to do now is show you the video clip that has had the most hits on YouTube. Surprisingly enough, it's one of our own videos from Scouting Profile Committee. Thank you very much.